School. Our vision of SISIP. So our vision to ensure that we are all inspired with a love of learning, a zest for life and the confidence to excel whilst keeping our values at the heart of everything we do. I think the most important part of our values is the acronym that you can see there: respect, R resilience, E excellent, S support, P pride, E enjoyment, C creativity and T trust. In practice in school. Well, we expect all pupils to complete homework and begin to learn independently. We expect them to face challenges in lessons and to stand up to that challenge and just do their best. We have high expectations of behaviour, high expectations of attendance, show mutual respect between everybody in a school, and come to a safe and caring environment. Look like at SISIP Middle School. So in conduct, we expect that pupils will be polite and well-mannered, they'll be punctual to lessons and ready to learn, allowing everyone else to concentrate and do their best in lessons, to work with everyone and anyone we ask them to, and be respectful of everyone and accept difference. Behaviour for learning. What does this look like in the classroom? We expect pupils to be resilient, just to give things a go, not to give up, to thrive on any challenge, to see any mistakes or errors they make as an opportunity to learn, to have the determination to improve, to engage with any feedback they're given, that could be written in their books or verbal from teachers or support staff, be organised and ready to learn, and to drive their own learning and show independence. It'll look like for your child. The day starts at 8:55 a.m. Every morning they do at least 1 hour of literacy and 1 hour of numeracy. They will have individual specialist lessons with specialist teachers in science, humanities, technology, music, RE, citizenship, PE, computing, art and French in the afternoons. They have a morning break of 20 minutes. Lunch break is of an hour where they have 3 sittings, 1 for each year group, which are rotated. The day finishes between 3:35 and 3:40. We have a staggered end to the day so that pupils can safely go back to their locker or collect their belongings and leave school safely. Clubs are available at lunchtime and after school. Clearly, in recent times, we haven't been able to run a lot of clubs, but usually in the first term we have around 40 clubs that run, and you can find details of these on our school website. Homework in Year 6 will be 3 pieces of literacy and 3 pieces of numeracy a week, plus occasionally there may be an optional homework in science. We will also expect pupils to read regularly at home. They'll need to bring to school every day. They'll need a bag big enough to hold an A4 folder, a PE kit on the days when they have PE or for any after school clubs and fixtures. We have decided for the first term, when hopefully the weather will be good, that on PE days pupils can come to school in PE kit. This means that lessons get off to a really quick start and they can have the maximum amount of time in the PE lesson. As the weather starts to change, we might have a look at this and we might start to make children come in uniform and change, but we will keep you in touch with that and let you know any changes we're making. They need a pencil case with all necessary equipment, so pen and a purple pen if possible. This is a pen that children use when they go back and redraft work. Pencil, ruler, whiteboard pen, eraser, glue stick, compass, calculator and a protractor. Homework. Children will be expected to do homework, and we do run a homework club every night after school that starts at 3:45 and finishes at 4:45, and children are very welcome to stay one night of the week or every night of the week. There will be a booking form for you to book children into that. But at At home, they will need a quiet and focused place to complete homework. They will have a reading record, and we're currently just looking at hopefully making that an electronic reading record. So they will need to read at home, and it would still be fantastic if you could listen to your children read. Important they learn their times tables and that they know these. It is the expectation by the end of year 4 that all children will know their times tables by heart. Ask your pupil what they have learned. Ask them about the day they've had and praise their effort, resilience or determination. It's not about whether children are clever or got everything right. It's about the effort they put in every day. Encourage resilience. So at CISIT we have a saying that I don't understand this or I don't get it yet. And that's about having a growth mindset. Attendance at information evenings. It has been really challenging for the last 18 months not to be able to meet parents and have parents in school. So hopefully, as all the restrictions are lifted, we will be having parents' evenings back in school, and it would be great to see you all at those. Alert school to any changes in your circumstances which may be affecting your child in any way, and ensure your child maintains good attendance. I have a concern. So if it's a day-to-day concern about something that's happening in class or on a journey or any small concern like that, then please could you call the form tutor or email the form tutor. If it's a more serious concern, you may want to contact our head of pastoral care, who is also head of year 6, Mr. Terry. Special educational needs concern, that would be Mrs. K. Arsenko. If it's a child protection, then that would be Mr. Hampson. Or an academic concern, then probably the best person would be to go straight to the subject teacher or the subject leader. If you're unable to resolve any issue with any of the above people, then of course please contact a senior member of staff in school. Mobile phones can be brought to school on the condition that they are placed in the phone box at the beginning of the day and are not turned on whilst on school premises. So as pupils arrive in school, we expect that before they enter through any of the gates, they would turn their phone off. And again, at the end of the day, they don't turn the phone off until they are off the school site. This is to preserve learning throughout the day and to safeguard all children. On trips, phones may be allowed, but under strict rules. Incorrect use of a mobile phone would lead to us taking that phone and then contacting you at home, and we would ask that you may have to come in and collect that phone. Again, this may be a safeguarding issue, as we would need to know that the phone doesn't have any photos on of other pupils, and we would like you to show us that and be able to go through that with your child. It is also one of the things that we deal with a lot is the use of social media in school, and probably incorrect use of social media. So again, if phones are turned off in school, we know that pupils will not be on any form of social media. Mr. Terry, who as well as being head of pastoral care and head of year 6, also has the very enviable task of being in charge of the school buses.
Okay, so there's various buses that you can get to and from school on any given day. The one from Flockton is the 231, which starts at Grangemore, and then the usual pickup for our children is at Pinfold Lane in Flockton, and that goes straight through to CISIT Middle School. The number 82 is one that doesn't use our bus bay, but our children can still use it. It comes from Denbydale station, which is near the railway station, past the White Hart. It picks kids up from the Gilthwaite estate and then it drops off at CISIT Church. So just to repeat, that's not a bus that goes to our bus bay, but our children are allowed and do get that bus. All of the buses really, or the majority of them, 435 is a public bus. The 231 is a public bus, but the public very, very rarely, or other members of the public very rarely use it. The 435, however, there are members of the public that are on that bus. So that goes from the Black Ball, as you can see, through Upper Cumberworth, past through the Dalesman, then it goes and turns up towards Lower Cumberworth, past the Foresters and into Skelmanthorpe, and that one does go into our bus bay. On the way home as well, the 435, that also goes from our bus bay and does a return journey. Again, the 83A is one that starts at Shepley, because we do have some children that live in Shepley, goes past the Sovereign, Bird's Edge Post Office, into Upper Denby, past the Dunkirk, into Denby Dale, and then to Sisset Middle School. The one that says 424 here, now that bus is provided by a company called Globe. So that is a white coach, and that as an advantage of it, it has the same driver on it pretty much every day. So the kids get to know the driver, and that helps a lot in terms of the journeys to and from school. And as you can see here, the 424 goes through Gilthwaite's Estate again, Miller Hill, and then to Upper Denby. We expect children to behave in a responsible and considerate manner, and by the main, our children do. However, if irresponsible behaviour occurs, there will be consequences for those pupils concerned. These consequences may include a ban on travelling on school transport, and that would be for any serious or repeated incidents. Down during a journey, under no circumstances should children set out to walk if this situation arises. Children must remain with the bus until the replacement arrives or parents arrive. Let me just repeat that. Children must remain with the bus until the replacement arrives or parents arrive. Service system offering a very wide choice. We will have a new catering provider from September, and we'll be sending out menus as soon as they are available. Meals will cost £2.35. As a member of staff that uses or did pre-COVID use those meals, they are very, very good, and very good value for money. Very nice indeed. Which speeds up the service at lunchtime. Pupils activate the account by a thumb or fingerprint. At the till, your son or daughter will activate their account, and the cost of the meal will be deducted as they pass through the checkout. The system enables your son and daughter to pass through really quickly, but also other pupils cannot activate their account. Staff do encourage healthy eating. The school does open at 8 AM for breakfast club. Your child can purchase hot drinks, cereal, toast, milk, and fruit juice, amongst other things. At morning breaks, pupils will have the opportunity to buy snacks, which is a very popular take-up at break time. You are more than welcome to come into school and enjoy the Sisset Middle School dining experience. Just contact the school to arrange a suitable day.
Okay, transition. It's with a really heavy heart that unfortunately we had to cancel Transition Day for children again this year. So obviously this is the second year running. Children have not done transition. But I would like you to rest assured that children that came to us last year still did settle really, really quickly despite not having any transition. So the restrictions meant this year that pupils would not be allowed to mix with any pupils from other schools. This year we have pupils from 19 different schools that are joining us in September, and we did not have the space or the staffing to make a transition day possible. And we also felt that it would be a very limiting experience and not a true reflection of life at Sisset. Holding a summer school during the first week of the holidays for our new Year 6 pupils. After being unable to hold our transition day, it's a great opportunity for pupils to meet some of their teachers, familiarise themselves with the building and take part in many different activities. I know many parents have replied, and many of you are going on probably what is a very well-deserved holiday the first week, and therefore your children are unable to attend. So we've changed the start to the school year so that on Wednesday, September the 8th, this will be a day for Year 6 only. So again, a great opportunity to meet teachers, find their way around the building before Year 7 and 8 arrive on the Thursday. So far for September is there will be no more bubbles in schools. Schools will not be responsible for contact tracing, so that if we have any children that do test possible, that will be done by the national system of test and trace. Face coverings are no longer advised. We have been wearing masks for a considerable amount of time now at SISIT, but we won't need those in September. All secondary age pupils, so for us that's year 7 and 8, will have 2 on-site lateral flow tests 3 to 5 days apart on their return in autumn. But we will be sending further details out to parents. That is not in place for year 6. Educational visits can restart, and no under 18-year-olds will need to self-isolate. So if we have a positive case in school, it will only be pupils then that are contacted through test and trace and advised to take a PCR test that then may have to isolate if that is positive. As a school, we are required to write an outbreak management plan, and that has to include a plan to rebubble in the case of any local outbreaks. Of next year, we're really aware that you as parents haven't been in school and that the children's experience will be really limited. So on the 3rd week in September, we will have a Meet the Tutor evening. So we will be sending out booking forms as soon as we come back in September for you to come in and meet your child's new class teacher. We will be giving information around SATs. There'll be an opportunity to meet Mr. Terry and myself and other members of the leadership team. Find out information about reporting and assessment. So hopefully it'll be a Meet the Tutor evening and an open evening also. In January, we then have subjects parents' evenings, and we are thinking of hosting that via Teams. It is quite difficult to get to see all the teachers that your child has, and we found that using Teams this year was a more efficient way of being able to see as many teachers as possible. That is a really quick talk really about the main things that you probably need to know about your child coming to SISIT for September. But please, if you need any further information, look on the school website. You can follow us on Twitter or Facebook, or please don't hesitate to send us emails or give us a call if there's anything else that you would like to know. We look forward to seeing your children at summer school in just over a week's time if they're coming to that, and if not, on that first day back in September. Thank you very much. Wish you all a really nice and safe and restful summer. Thank you.
Thank you.
You need to end yours.